basketball thing, because I got to go back to basketball after this tour.
Yeah. In what
Coaching.
capacity?
So, I was coaching at the University of New Orleans, and I was the president of basketball operation.
Right.
So, but what happened was LSU took over the school now. They had some financial situations. So LSU.
He said LSU took over the school. I had to pause it because remember we've been talking about schools, bigger schools, smaller schools having to bigger schools or smaller schools having to pretty much be bought by bigger schools, and then smaller schools are consolidating, or I think the word is consolidating, but pretty much bigger schools are getting the smaller schools.
LSU took over, but I love LSU for Baton Rouge, but I don't know about for turning our school because we have no identity now. The University of New Orleans is now LSU New Orleans, which is now is purple and gold, so it's gonna be different, man.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. It's not that much, but that's it. And so what he's talking about, where it gets more intriguing for us, he's talking about this right here, another video.
Orleans campus undergoes a major transformation with new branding, new leadership, and a new financial strategy.
So this follows years of declining enrollment. Rob Masson shares how this makeover could impact students, alumni, and the future of higher ed in the city.
The LSU New Orleans makeover is in full swing, with workers changing signs across campus and a new administration.
Let us honor the past. Let us embrace the future.
Hundreds of students, alumni, and educators packed the University Center ballroom to learn about the future of a school that's seen big cutbacks since Katrina.
I'm hopeful. I hope LSU not only brings the name, they bring their money.
LSUNO was founded in 1958 and changed its name to UNO in 1974. Over its 68-year history, it's handed out more than 80,000 degrees. The interim chancellor has 2 of them.
The bleeding has stopped. We have no plans to lay off anybody. I mean, we are not closing any more buildings.
We have reduced the operational footprint down to 2.5 million square feet, saving close to $1.67 million.
The school is also gaining another $432,000 a year by leasing space to Ben Franklin High School and has raised tuition by 10% over the last 2 years. But students are optimistic.
I think the increase in tuition, obviously, it's a good thing, and it's also, it was a scary thing at first, but it's a good thing now, I think, because it's going to cover the cost that we need to get the school back to where it was.
Yes, the name has changed, and so have the colors, but university officials say future success here is about more than just branding.
That a sign does not make a university. A logo does not make a university. People make a university.
LSU officials have launched a national search for a permanent chancellor, something which the interim wants. Are you interested in the permanent post?
Absolutely. I'm going to fight very hard to earn that post.
LSUNO has a targeted enrollment of about 6,000. That's about a third of what it was before Katrina, something which students say has afforded a more personal touch.
I also love the smallerness of the school. I thought one of the reasons I didn't love LSU Baton Rouge is just so big.
School officials say programs are changing to fit the economy.
We are no longer accepting the status quo, and we are going to win.
Music to the ears of alumni eager to see a turnaround while the school drops its old blue and silver for purple and gold.
You know, I don't like this, but I'm going to wear it, and I'll wear it proud. And I am proud to be a UNO alum.
Let's go, Privateers!
And she hopes for better days ahead for school which changed her life. Rob Masson, Fox 8 Local First.
And so you can see why Master P was upset because, And so the school got taken over. This is the school again. The school got taken over. Now it's called LSU New Orleans. It used to be University. This is who they used to be. Right here, this blue logo. I don't know if they're gonna show it. This is who they used to be, right? And so now this is what Master P was talking about. Like the school don't have no identity. They are taken over by LSU Baton Rouge. But if you've been rocking with us and following us, guys, you know that this was coming. They said in the video that this is where it's really important that we said in the video that, or they said in that news video that the University of New Orleans had declining enrollment year after year after year. Yeah, you had a sports program. Yeah, you had a basketball, football program, whatever. But if you are not meeting enrollment, which means you're not making money, and if the state, and additionally, is not providing money to that school, or the school's not getting enough funds as well, all that could play into a bigger school like LSU, Baton Rouge, taking over a smaller school. And this is what we can see at bigger schools. And how does it affect you? Like the girl said in the video, they raised the tuition. The girl said, I was a little hesitant at first, but that's what she said. I was a little hesitant at first, but I quote, she was like, but it's good. It's going to cover things. Probably not. I don't know. I'm not in Louisiana. Master P did say he support LSU, you know, because it's LSU Baton Rouge, but you know, it's just like more schools are going to get bought out like this. I'm in Georgia. I can see like UGA, Georgia State, or these Georgia Tech. I can see these schools buying out not our 2-year colleges, but buying out maybe some other schools that are just like, why is this school there? Why is that school there? Where's that school at? Or like schools in the middle of nowhere. Like you might have Georgia Tech getting a campus out there, or a bigger school getting a campus out there, because you know, at the end of the day, if we got the money, it's kind of like Monopoly. If they got the money to get the campus, and then somebody could be like, instead get a Georgia Tech education, for example, then it's kind of like a win-win. But I'm more concerned about the prices, because do you keep the same prices of like what the old school was, or do you take on the new LSU prices? And so that's what I want to go through with you all. And then hey, that's it, baby. It's just showing you that like this is what's coming, and it just happened in July, right? News. This just happened in July. This was reported on July 1st, and so just be mindful, guys. I don't want you going to a school that's potentially going to go through this. So I really, really, really want you to definitely like be careful when picking the school, because you know, you just never know. Like the changes seem smooth here, but and if you are a full-time student here in Louisiana, you looking at this campus, if you are a resident, you looking at about $5,000 for the year. That's for the year. Yeah, for the year. That's not bad. Divide that by 2. That's like $2,500. So that's not bad. And then what I would do for you all on this, I'm going to look up LSU, the Baton Rouge LSU, and see how much their prices are. If it's about the same, then yeah. But if it's not, it shows you that like at this campus, they kept the prices similar. That's what it pretty much means. So right here, undergraduate, as you can see right here, is this accurate? Tier and fees, cost programs. So slightly the same. But if you take 12 credit hours, you see the big difference between 11 and 12. You see the big difference. So you're looking at about $1,000 more, about $3,000. Y'all probably can see that. You're looking at about, if you divide that by 2, $3,000-ish dollars. What? 3,100 pretty much. About 3,100 plus 3,100 is like 6,200. So you get what I'm saying. It's about the same price a little bit, but you obviously could tell the smaller school has a different set of prices. And so I thought it was interesting. It shows you that like multimillionaires, billionaires really don't know much about, respectfully, don't know much about higher ed like we do. It shows you that this is a very niche area. And so, you know, hopefully in the future, hopefully we can get a Master P college, university. And so it just really paints the picture that anybody could be affected by these changes in the college. And you see how very political it was, very decorated it was when they took over the school. You know, just a lot of things you could learn from that and pay attention to that. So I thought that was very helpful. Shout out to the video for Master P. I love when we talk about college because it puts it in the window. It puts it in my ear, and then it puts it in you all's ears. And so hopefully it was a good little conversation breakdown about, you know, remember, started a 2-year, bridge to 4-year, but don't get caught up in the crosshairs of a school because they can make changes out of nowhere. And yeah, so I don't know if that school sports program was performing either, but sports couldn't save the school. So just keep that in mind, guys. Don't chase a ball, don't chase a sport.
We done. Debt-free degree. They celebrating debt, but we ain't.